Welcome to the e-tutorial on the Computerized Engineering InDEX, or for short, Compendex. We will go through a few examples to show you how searching in this database from Elsevier works. Compendex is a database that primarily covers the subjects engineering and technology. However, the database also includes architectural topics. Notably, you will also find literature on construction and civil engineering. The database contains over 29.6 million entries spanning 190 technical disciplines. Almost 37,000 entries are added each week. The scientific entries are quality controlled and, in part, peer-reviewed. The database contains literature in the form of journal articles, conference reports, monographs, dissertations, standards, and preprints. When working with the Compendex database, it is best to search with English terms instead of German terms to maximize your results. Please note, the database is accessible only via the university network. You can reach Compendex via the home page of the university library. Once you're there, click on Research, and then under Subject, click on Architecture. Under the list of databases, you'll find a link to Compendex. Click on the link. At this point, you may be prompted to log in via single sign-on. When you pull up the database, you arrive first at the Quick Search. The default setting is a search of all databases available. These databases are Compendex, Patents Plus, and Novel. Patents Plus is a patent database, and Novel is a scientific engineering database. To choose only Compendex, click on the field to the left of the button Search. A new menu opens for you to choose only Compendex to search in. As our first example, we will search the term Bauhaus. The default search will be via all fields. When you search the term Bauhaus this way, you get over 4,500 hits in the form of a list. If you want to further expand the number of results or refine your search, it may make sense to add further search fields. This can be done by clicking on Add Search Fields below the search bar. The terms in the two search bars can now be connected via one of the Boolean operators and, or not. This feature can be used to either refine or expand your search results significantly. It is possible to add up to 11 search fields this way. Underneath the search bar, you can find more ways to adjust or limit your search. Next, we will search for the term sustainability via all fields. Alternatively, the search can be conducted only in a specific field or in a specific category. For example, you can choose here to search only in subject/title/abstract, which combines these three categories. In this case, the search will show results that contain the search term in their titles or abstracts. By including the word subject, the search will additionally show results that contain the search term in their list of associated controlled terms, that is, their specific keywords. You can connect search terms via Boolean operators to refine or expand the list of results. In our example, the search term sustainability via the field subject/title/abstract can be connected to the search term architecture via the Boolean operator AND. This restricts the list of results for sustainability to only the results also associated with architecture. To further refine the search, you can use the filters underneath the search bar and on the left. The filters underneath the search bar are accessible via drop-down menus. Here, you can limit your search results by publication date, language, document type, and more. Please note that under language, you can either choose only one language at a time or all languages at once. You can also find a drop-down menu called Browse Indexes here. Click on this menu to see several links to different indexes. These indexes can contain controlled terms, for example, or names of authors. If you click on an index, a new window opens. Here, you can search through the index you open. This can be helpful if you are not sure how a name is spelled, or if you want to use controlled terms to direct your search. In the middle of the page, you can find the abbreviated listings of the entries. Next to Sort By, you can sort these entries by relevance, date, author, source, or publisher. You can also control how many entries to show per page using the drop-down menu next to Display. Once you have set up an account, you can save your searches with the Save function. Additionally, set up an alert to get notified if new hits are added. You can also share your findings from here via a link. You must set up a free account so that your saved search results remain saved for your next visit to the database. Please note that when you set up your own account, personal data, like your name and email address, are shared with the service provider. However, you can use the database anonymously without sharing your personal data via the university network. On the left side of the page, under Refine, you have access to several more features and filters. The first filter is a so-called numerical filter. With it, you can restrict the results to those that contain specific numbers or values. Underneath the numerical filter, there is another, smaller search bar, which can be used to exclude or include specific terms in your search. Just like the filters below the search bar, the filters on the left side of the page also limit your search results for document type, author, controlled terms, publication date, and language, as well as further categories. Please note that the language filter on this side allows you to select multiple languages at the same time, as opposed to the filter in the drop-down menu below the search bar. You can generate a comparative chart for each filter on the left side of the page. To generate a chart, click on the symbol showing 3 bars next to the filter heading. As an example, we will go back to the search term Bauhaus. Next to the filter heading Year on the left side, we can generate a chart showing the publication years of our results. If the chart doesn't fit in the display window, it might be cut off. Via Max, underneath the chart, you can display it in its entirety. Back to the search field and more tips for searching the database. The search term Architecture Düsseldorf via the category subject/title/abstract shows that search terms containing umlauts can be entered normally. Please note that the number of results can change as the database is updated. The database also allows you to use placeholders and truncation symbols. You can use these to search for various spellings or different word endings at the same time. The truncation symbol is the asterisk. For example, the search term Architekt *Berlin shows results that contain the word stem Architekt, but that have different endings, such as architect, architecture, and architectural. The asterisk replaces an arbitrary number of letters. This kind of truncation of word endings can also be done automatically by the database, as long as the search terms are entered in English. Under auto-stemming, underneath the search bar, you can switch this feature on and off. For the quick search, auto-stemming is the default setting. It must be explicitly deactivated if you do not wish to use auto-stemming in a search. While auto-stemming means that the database identifies a word stem of a given search term automatically, it is not always clear what the database identified as the word stem. As a result, using an asterisk to truncate a term manually offers more control to the user. With Compendex, you can also use the asterisk within a word. When used in this way, it replaces an arbitrary number of letters. You can use this to replace optional letters, so it can be particularly helpful when searching for terms that are spelled differently in British and American English. For example, with the search term color *R, you get results for the American color as well as the British color. With Compendex, it is also possible to use an asterisk at the beginning of a word to account for different prefixes. Please note that Compendex does not, however, allow truncation both at the beginning and end of a word. In addition to truncation, you can also use masking. With masking, exactly one letter is replaced. The masking symbol supported in Compendex is the question mark. Masking is particularly helpful when you are not sure how a term is spelled, or if you would like to search for multiple spellings of a term at the same time. Architekt *T Berlin delivers results for the word stem architect spelled with both a C and with a K. It will not, however, show results like architecture. Another tip: you can find more tips for your search and help with the database in the Frequently Asked Questions under Support Center. You can reach the Support Center by clicking on the question mark on top of the page. Now, back to sustainability. We will search for the title, Architecture and Sustainability, Recovering Green Areas in the Construction Process. If licenses are available, or you have other access, you will find a link to the full text directly below the entry. Next, we will go through what you find here in the full entry. Here, you can see more information about the source, for example, author, a short abstract, date and place of publication, and language. In addition, you can find the relevant keywords. Here, you can see that they are hyperlinked in blue. If you click on a keyword, new search results with further entries pop up. The titles showed here contain the same keywords. With just one click, you can check the availability of the source. That is, whether you can access the full text via the university library's catalog, or can find it in print form in the library. Simply click on the university library's logo. A new window will open. There, you can see if the article is available. A tip: if it's not possible to check the availability of a source via the database, you can use the library's catalog to check its availability. Here, you can see whether the library has the source in its holdings. Then, you can check out the relevant issue of the journal and scan the article. If the library does not have the journal in its holdings, you can order the article from another library using interlibrary loan. As mentioned before, you can save searches that are interesting to you using the save function, as well as share them or create alerts. In order to take advantage of this function, you need to be logged in with an Elsevier account. Once you've created your account, you can click on the button Alerts at the top of the page to see all the searches you have saved, as well as alerts you set. Back to viewing a single source. We will search for the title Architecture and Sustainability, Recovering Green Areas in the Construction Process again, this time while logged in. Our hit can now be shared via email or link, and the source page can be printed. From here, the title can also be easily cited. Please choose the RIS format to upload the citations in reference management programs like Citavi, EndNote, or Zotero. For exporting the source page, the following formats are available: PDF, RTF, CSV, Excel, TXT, or BibTeX. If you would like to save a title, you can create a folder for it or add it to an existing folder. To do this, click the folder symbol. Please note that only 10 folders may exist at the same time. You can view your existing folders at the top of the page under More and then Folders. If you have further questions, you can also reach out to our subject specialist in the architecture department. You can find the contact info for our subject specialists on our homepage under My Subject.